Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge etc. Jai Hind. Historical events, a journey through time of 3rd December 2024, Tuesday. 3rd December, highlight in history. 1775, American Revolutionary War. USS Alfred becomes the first vessel to fly the Grand Union flag, the precursor to the Stars and Stripes. The flag is hoisted by John Paul Jones. 1799, War of the Second Coalition, Battle of Wisloch. Austrian Lieutenant Field Marshal Anton Sogery defeats the French at Wisloch. 1800, War of the Second Coalition, Battle of Hohenlinden. French General Jean-Victor Marie Moreau decisively defeats the Archduke John of Austria near Munich. Coupled with first consul Napoleon Bonaparte's earlier victory at Marengo, this will force the Austrians to sign an armistice and end the war. 1800, United States presidential election. The Electoral College casts votes for president and vice president that result in a tie between Thomas Jefferson and Aaron Burr. 1818, Illinois becomes the 21st US state. 1834, the Zollverein, German customs union, begins the first regular census in Germany. 1854, Battle of the Eureka Stockade. More than 20 gold miners at Ballarat, Victoria are killed by state troopers in an uprising over mining licenses. 1859, Nigeria's first newspaper, missionary Henry Townsend's Irohin, was published. 1881, the first issue of Tamparian daily newspaper, Amulihoti morning paper, is published. 1898, the Duquesne Country and Athletic Club defeats an all-star collection of early football players 16-0 in what is considered to be the first all-star game for professional American football. 1901, in a State of the Union message, US President Theodore Roosevelt delivers a 20,000-word report to the House of Representatives asking Congress to curb the power of trust within reasonable limits. The speech was not delivered in person. 1904, the Jovian moon Himalaya is discovered by Charles Dillon Perrine at California's Lick Observatory. 1910, modern neon lighting is first demonstrated by George Claude at the Paris Motor Show. 1912, Bulgaria, Greece, Montenegro and Serbia, the Balkan League, sign an armistice with the Ottoman Empire, temporarily halting the First Balkan War. The armistice will expire on February 3, 1913 and hostilities will resume. 1919, after nearly 20 years of planning and construction, including two collapses causing 89 deaths, the Cubic Bridge opens to traffic. 1920, following more than a month of Turkish-Armenian war, the Turkish dictated Treaty of Alexandropol is concluded. 1925, final agreement is signed between the Irish Free State, Northern Ireland and the United Kingdom, formalizing the partition of Ireland. 1929, President Herbert Hoover delivers his first State of the Union message to Congress. It is presented in the form of a written message rather than a speech. 1938, Nazi Germany issues the decree on the utilization of Jewish property, forcing Jews to sell real property, businesses and stocks at below market value as part of Aryanization. 1944, Greek Civil War. Fighting breaks out in Athens between the Hellas and government forces supported by British Army. 1959, the current flag of Singapore is adopted 6 months after Singapore became self-governing within the British Empire. 1960, the musical Camelot departs at the Majestic Theatre on Broadway. It will become associated with the Kennedy administration. 1965, Soviet Union space probe at the Luna program called Luna 8 is launched but crashes on the moon. 1967, at Groote's School Hospital in Cape Town, South Africa, a transplant team headed by Christian Barnard carried out the first heart transplant on a human 53-year-old Louis Wasansky. 1971, in the Pakistani War of 1971, Pakistan launches a preemptive strike against India and full-scale war begins. 1972, Spantex Flight 275 crashes during takeoff from Tenerife, North Ciudad de la Laguna Airport, killing all 155 people on board. 1973, Pioneer Program. Pioneer 10 sends back the first close-up images of Jupiter. 1979, in Cincinnati, 11 fans are suffocated in a crash for seats on the concourse outside Riverfront Coliseum before a Who concert. 1979, Iranian Revolution. Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini becomes the first supreme leader of Iran. 1982, a soil sample is taken from Times Beach, Missouri that will be found to contain 300 times the safe level of dioxin. 1984, Bhopal disaster. A methyl isocyanate leak from a Union Carbide pesticide plant in Bhopal, India kills more than 3,800 people outright and injures 1,50,000 to 6 lakh others, some 6,000 of whom later died from their injuries in one of the worst industrial disasters in history. 1989, in a meeting of the coast of Malta, US President George H.W. Bush and Soviet General Secretary Mikhail Gorbachev released statements indicating that the Cold War between NATO and the Warsaw Pact may be coming to an end. 1992, the Greek oil tanker Aegean Sea carrying 80,000 tons of crude oil runs aground in its storm while approaching a Corona Spain spills much of its cargo. 1992, a test engineer for SEMA Group uses a personal computer to send the world's first text message via the Vodafone network to the phone of a colleague. 1994, Taiwan holds its first full local elections. James Soong, elected as the first and only directly elected governor of Taiwan, Chen Shui-bian became the first directly elected mayor of Taipei. Wu Den-yi became the first directly elected mayor of Kaohsiung. 1994, Sony releases the first PlayStation in Japan. 1995, Cameroon Airlines Flight 3701 crashes on approach to Douala International Airport on Douala, Cameroon, killing 71 of the 76 people on board. 1997, in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, representatives from 121 countries signed the Ottawa Treaty prohibiting manufacture and deployment of anti-personnel landmines. The United States, People's Republic of China and Russia do not sign the treaty, however. 1999, NASA loses radio contact with the Mars polar lander moments before the spacecraft enters the Martian atmosphere. 2005, XCOR Aerospace makes the first crewed rocket aircraft delivery of US mail in Kern County, California. 2007, winter storms caused the Chehalis River to flood many cities in Lewis County, Washington, and close a 32-kilometer, 20-mile portion of Interstate 5 for several days. At least 8 deaths and billions of dollars in damages are blamed on the floods. 2009, a suicide bombing at a hotel in Mogadishu, Somalia, kills 25 people, including 3 ministers of the transitional federal government. 2012, at least 475 people are killed after Typhoon Bupha makes landfall in the Philippines. 2014, the Japanese space agency JXA launches the space explorer Hayabusa 2 from the Tanegashima Space Center on a 6-year round-trip mission to an asteroid to collect rock samples. 2022, massive power outrage after Mudde County, substation attack that leaves 45,000 people without power for 5 days, leading to a FBI probe. 2023, Mount Marapi, located in West Sumatra, Indonesia, begins a sporadic series of eruptions. 23 people were killed and 12 were injured. Thank you very much for your patience.